This is a part of the curses real quick. Let's get this real quick, bro. Because I admire what you're doing. Because what you showing, bro, and I gotta be honest, you're showing that you got a ruling class mentality. And we respect that. Because our people been downtrodden so long, they settle. But I see where you coming from, you wanna establish something here. But it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna show you something.
Okay. Go ahead. Show me.
You gotta do the run thing.
Line 28.
Y'all find that. Yeah, if y'all can find that real quick.
Oh, yeah. This is Deuteronomy 28:48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Right, and that's dealing with the so-called white man. Give me some of them signs right there. We ain't got to really go into an in-depth breakdown. You can watch period pieces, 12 Years a Slave, and it show you that these are the enemies of our people. All right, real quick. Somebody give me Psalm 25. And start at, what's that? Psalm 25. Start at verse 17. Real quick.
Psalm 25
Start at verse 17.
and verse 17.
If this wasn't just a coincidence, there's a reason behind it. Go ahead.
The troubles of my heart are enlarged.
Right, when you go into that word heart, the Hebrew word that's lard, which means your mind. It's not talking about that bubbly feeling in your chest. So the troubles of our heart is enlarged. Like brothers like yourself, you think of. Like, damn, how can I get out of this fucking maze? What can I do, to overcome where I've been placed in, all right? Go ahead.
Or bring thou me out of distress.
And bring me out of my distress. That's why you out here working. Look, bro, there's a way we can get out of this. But it's only one way. Go ahead.
Or bring thee out of my distress. Look upon my afflictions and my pain and forgive all my sins.
Read.
It says, consider my enemies.
Consider my enemies. What is the Lord talking about here? Because the first step to winning is to acknowledging you got enemies. Right? Because you can come up with a plan, you can come up with a plot, like let's get this bread. But if you don't know, even let's simplify. Let's say if you sell dope, right? You might say, this spot jumping. But if you don't consider, hold up, this is somebody else's spot. They might work you. Now you're going to run into a trap. Because first, before you could do anything, before you get money or whatever, you got to consider your enemy.
Consider and react. Is that the right term?
Recognize and
Recognize
react.
and react.
It's an old term. They use it in football, too. You got to diagnose the play. Before you can react to anything, you got to recognize.
You got to recognize.
So when for our people, the first step is to say, you know what? We got obstacles. And what is these obstacles? The enemy, the so-called white man. These motherfuckers write legislation, they pass laws to keep us in further derision, man. That's why when before you're 17, you already, your credit out of the, you can't do nothing. See, that's a strategic psychological warfare that these devils, these diabolical devils have executed on our people. But guess what? We got the formula up here, man.
That's right.
All right, go ahead. Read.
It says, the troubles of my heart are enlarged, O bring thou me out of distress.
Go ahead.
O thou bring me out of my distresses.
Read.
Look upon my affliction and my pain and forgive all my sins. Consider my enemies, for they are many, and they hate me with cruel hatred.
They hate me with cruel hatred. Ain't nobody else you can picture this to. Give me Psalm 7 and 6. Nobody else you can add this to.
This is
the only nation that this links up with. Psalm 7 and 6.
The book of Psalms, chapter 7 and verse 6. Arise, O Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, in thine anger. Lift up thyself because of the rage of mine enemies.
Oh, lift up myself because of the rage of mine enemies. When you read King David, which this is a Psalm of David, the sentiment that he's sharing to us is that the first problem is my enemies. And that's all levels. Before you can get the throne, before you can get any prosperity, you got to consider your enemies, man. You got to consider the obstacles in your way. You got to tackle them first. Once you get them out of the way, then you can enjoy the spoils, man. Because you can't look, how you gonna rule when you're looking over your shoulder? How am I gonna get some money, right? When the so-called white man in the cut writing a law to jam me up. Here you go. I can get 100 million right now, and we see that. Bill Cosby.
That goes with what he said. Y'all on the list.
We on the list.
So he just wrote that up.
He wrote that up on the fly.
That didn't happen 10 years ago.
Yeah.
He wrote that up on the fly. GMS, we on the list. So guess what they was? The ones with the truth.
Hey, give me that. I think Son should have quoted that song, Walk of the Earth.
I like that. I like it.
Hey, no, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I don't care if you get 100 billion. As long as that so-called white man have that, the scripture talking about the diamond pen. As long as that man got that pen, man, he can write you into obscurity. He writing the story. He can say, you know what? Oh, okay, LeBron James got it. You know what? Oh, LeBron James like 18-year-old women. Now there's a rest LeBron
No,
James.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
He had to go out and tell the world he had AIDS.
Yeah.
Okay? Which he's still alive to this day. Okay, tell me the truth. Do he really have HIV? Do he really have HIV all this time? Y'all said it's the money. No, man. Michael Jordan, his daddy. They had to knock off his daddy. All this money they get EJ, okay? They got to sacrifice something.
Yeah, that's true.
Magic Johnson sacrificed themselves coming out there to the world saying, I have AIDS. Guess what? The NBA players didn't even want to play with him. Okay? They denounced him. All right? But guess where he at now? He's still above and beyond all. Owning all the Burger Kings, feeding you shit. Eating bread with the Gentiles. Go ahead.
That's it.
It says, and await for me to the judgment that thou have commanded.
Right, and the Lord commanded that we're going to ultimately one day overthrow these devils. All right? So what I call for, you got that?
Yeah, I got it.
Bring it up.
Yeah, that's Psalm 73 and 9. Yeah, Psalms chapter 73 and verse 9. They set their mouth against the heaviness.
Right.
The heavens.
The heavens. And what that symbolic to their laws. In the form of their laws, that's them setting their mouth against the heavens. Okay? Because they pass laws and legislation to keep you in further derision, man. No matter what you do. Like, we could try, like, it's brothers out here that got a very ambitious spirit. They got a analytical mind. If they was free, they can make moves, right? But guess what? They got a rap sheet. And the rap sheet is according to who though? Esau, man. The so-called white man. We got to face it that we are under the foot of our enemies. Go ahead,
It says, they set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth.
They tongue walking through the earth. That's symbolic to their laws and legislation. They pass laws. That's why they can hit these different nations up with sanctions. When things don't go their way, they say, we're going to hit you up with a sanction. You know, we're gonna stop whatever resources from coming into your country or whatever, you know? So that's the first step. And to really, to be honest with you, we're not going to enjoy a life into the kingdom, man. Until when this place is taken down and the Most High raise us up and exalt us, and we the next rulers on the planet Earth. And that's according to the prophecies in the scriptures.
Okay.
Now, real quick, what we chasing is these guys' money. Matter of fact, you got that Deuteronomy yet? And one of all things, because when you consider the money, right? If you consider Instagram, you see the young Jake, they got stacks of money. Them are nothing more than FRNs, man. Federal Reserve notes. They hold no weight. When you really go into a real ruling class mentality, money is based upon gold and silver, man. Okay, that's how you weigh money. Which that was seized by the bankers.
Right.
You know, they went. Fort Knox been cleared of all the gold. And the international bankers, the Oppenheimers, the Rothschilds, they got all the gold, man. They seized control of the planet Earth. Right now, it's wishful thinking to think, because there's a difference between being comfortable, being rich, and being wealthy. All right, so what you got?
All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
See, they're going to word enemy again. You're going to serve your enemies. Go ahead.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
In hunger,
and in thirst.
meaning what? In hunger, meaning what? No matter how much of a brilliant mind you have, right?
Right.
When you leave here, you going to Burger King. I mean, I ain't going to say.
Yeah, but I don't eat fried.
You don't eat burgers. But I guarantee you ain't going to go home and pull up those turnips because they'll tax you for that. You can't grow your own food. So this is the most powerful book on the planet Earth. It's foreshadowing the condition we was going to be in, and there's nothing we can do to fight against that. Only thing we got to do is submit to the will of the Lord, and we got to get back in order until the Lord raises us up. Somebody give me that, where the Lord, where Micah said, I will bear the indignation of the Lord. All right, just give me that.
in hunger and in thirst.
So we got to serve the Lord. We got to serve the Edomites, the white man, in hunger.
In hunger.
When you leave, hey, somebody can come up here, right, and they can shoot a lot of, they can be brilliant, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? When they leave here, they're going to Captain Jesus.
Yeah.
In that motion, I'm gonna say, damn, my people defeated. Why? Because I got the oracles of the Most High, man.
That's right.
Because unless you can leave here and you can go to your own farm, which these devils will tax you for that. They show you the greed of these devils, man. All right, go ahead.
And in thirst.
And in thirst, if you thirsty, you're gonna go get you a Gatorade.
You ain't got your own well.
You ain't got your own well. That show you how far we have fallen from grace, man. And see, when you've been in this modern world so long, you will dismiss that. Man, I don't need no own well. I can go get a Mountain Dew.
Oh, we need our own everything.
We need our own everything.
We need our own everything.
And that's what you asking for. You pushing that.
Not
And the Lord brought you up here. Go ahead.
Yeah. And it won't of all things.
And you can't tell me that this ain't accurate, because if I want some Levi, I gotta go to the so-called white man. Oh, I'm gonna give you an example. You know, like Puff Dad and all them guys, right? They thought that they made it. I got my own liquor. But they had to go to the so-called white man to pass to sign off on it. They had to go to Ciroc. I mean, that when they might have named it, whatever, they had to go, and the so-called white man had to press up whatever, whether it's clothes.
They had to get the loan from the
That,
white man
yeah,
first.
it had to be licensed. It had to be signed off by the so-called white man. Period. Go ahead, because hey, Puff Daddy ain't got a wine dispensary, man. All right, go ahead.
Where that sign that with the yoke of iron?
Oh, that's beautiful. Bring that up.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Now, I challenge anybody to Google yoke of iron. They're going to show our
Right
people.
here, right here, right here. Boom.
He shall put a yoke of iron on your neck.
You see that at the bottom?
Definitely.
Yeah, okay. You see that at the bottom? Yoke of iron.
Right? Go ahead, read it up.
Yeah. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
When you break that word destroy down, it means destruction. To take structure away. Construct, the word con means with.
Right.
Construct means with structure. That's why the house of David being built. But destruction means to tear down our
Take
people.
apart.
Yeah, take apart. That's why our women out of order. You can sit down with your woman, she don't want to hear what you got to say, because that's the curses on us. We are not, a woman flocks to power, man. They know our people ain't got power. As simple as a woman is, they sniff out power. That's why women flock to whatever the so-called white man do. All right? Because he in power right now. You got something? Bring it up.
Now this Baruch 3 and verse 8, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payment according to all the iniquities of our fathers.
We subject to payments according to the iniquities of our fathers, meaning our fathers broke the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. So here in these latter days, in this lifetime reserved, we got to pay the tab. So now we got to pay tribute to the so-called white man, no matter what you do, okay? Which the brother, and there's plenty of brothers out there that got that edge, you know, they're like, look, man, we're trying to make it. But really, you got to go into these scriptures. This is the blueprint. The true powers of all heavens and earth gave you the blueprint. And that's the only way you're going to really rule with a true sovereignty, where you're going to really rule over the planet Earth, you know? Because again, we chasing the so-called, I'm going to show you something, bro, real quick, right? What we chasing, the irony of that, you got the so-called white man face on it. Got Andrew Jackson, all these devils face on it. Let's show you, let's show you how much of a quagmire the Lord put us in. There's no way you can escape it. Because when you ain't doing this for the gold, you doing it for the money, right? So, as a matter of fact, give me what is the money gonna crash? Yeah, give me that. Because ultimately the money gonna crash. That's why we don't put more stock into the
ain't no really money is false in the first place. You have to understand. Money is false. Because you can get, they'll change currency on your ass if you got enough of what they got.
That's right.
And that's how the game goes.
Yep.
But see, the thing about it is, the standpoint of being in the United States of America, this is always going to be a white man's country until the return.
That's it.
Plain and simple. And this is something that you have to understand. But at the same time, as far as your own community, You know, you can have your own community just like you can have your own household. You can have your own family. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you are the head of your household, that's ministry. That's something that the Creator ordained. He ordains you to be the head of your household. So if you go pick the wrong female to be with, the word is going to tell you how your household is going to fall from the inside in the first place.
Yeah.
Because of something that you did. You see what I'm saying? So the economic community amongst black people is divided. It's not because we don't have money. It's not the issue. The problem is we don't want to spend money with each other. People come from foreign lands and come to this place and they develop communities. You understand what I'm saying? They develop communities. The reason why they could develop communities is because they had unification before they came here. We've never had unification here. And the reason why we've never had definitely it's a curse.
And you got that?
I was going into the women, and that's the most high putting that curse on us, man.
Definitely.
And this is Ecclesiastes, which is Sirach 26, and 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that fears the Lord. So we don't choose that woman. It's given to us because we're being wicked or we're being righteous. You see what I'm saying? So everything we're doing is of the Most High. It's of Yahweh Shem Shah. Point blank. We ain't got no control because we're under the curse.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do to somehow scratch and claw out of this situation. Because, matter of fact, give me what you got in Deuteronomy. This is a part of the law, right? Whoever got it, bring it out. Because you made a good point. Like these foreigners, they come over here and that's just like just as you go to.
But and I understand they're not up under the curse.
Yeah, there you go.
They're not up. I totally understand.
Yeah, you get it. You get it.
But at the same time, our community. Now, pay attention to this. There was a time when we couldn't move into their neighborhood. You understand what I'm saying? Now, we focus on Black Wall Street, which is all fine, well, and good. They bombed Tulsa specifically for a reason.
Yeah.
And the reason was Great Depression. They said, guess what? The black people got money, and our whole country ain't got money.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah,
but see, Sweet Auburn, in Atlanta, Georgia, 4th Avenue, Birmingham, Alabama, St. Louis, San Francisco. There were other parts of the United States where black people had what you call their own sense of community.
Independence.
We ain't gonna never be independent here. That's impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah. You'll always depend on the man.
Because you're in a land that you are cursed to be in.
Yep,
so you're never gonna have what you call independence here.
Right.
So once you get to the point of where you do understand this, quit chasing a dream that ain't even meant for you. That ain't your dream. Your dream is not to get so much money like a LeBron James or even a Bill Cosby and think that they can't take it away from you.
Right.
Because it's been shown over and over and over and over. But at the same time, you have to understand, if we as black people understand that we have a creator that we have to obey, we have to get right. We know the return is coming, but guess what though? That is not to say that you can't get right until he comes back. Because you can get right. And getting right is about doing what it says in this book. He tells you over and over how you should deal with your own people. And you should interact with your own people. We don't have that mindset.
Yeah.
And we have to get back to, and we can't say, we can't say that if we keep continuing. Actually, the vast majority of what we call, well, we won't call ourselves, whatever the white man let us call ourselves, African Americans. We're not Africans in the first damn place. We're some damn Syrians. Okay. But the thing about it is, right here, if we keep calling ourselves African Americans, you label yourself American. AKA, in your head, guess what? The first thing you really think you is, you think you're the dark-skinned white man, and you're not the white man. Period. Point blank. So we have to quit being envious of our oppressors. Getting money does not mean that you have to follow the exact same pattern that the white man did. You understand what I'm saying? But we should be able to start our own schools like we did previous to them tearing them up. And this is what we should do in our own schools. Put the Most High first. Put the Most High first.
Right.
And teach our children who the hell we really are. Plain and simple. But guess what though? If you don't form your own community, guess what you don't do? You wait for them to educate your child.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna say this, bro. You did it, but just the only thing is teetering towards wishful thinking.
Understand?
You know why?
Understand?
Our people never gonna get it. And that's the hump. And once you get over that hump, you gonna sleep better at night.
Brothers, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna agree to disagree.
Oh, no problem, bro.
Because what I'm
cool,
gonna do is
you keep chipping away, yeah.
I have to.
There you go, bro.
I have to.
Hey, as a matter of fact, leave me one more card.
I can give y'all all these.
Okay,
I got like 5,000.
Okay, bro.
Because the thing about it is, with us, we're trendy and we're fatty. Once they see, guess what? It's working. It ain't got, all of us, it ain't got to work. All of us ain't gonna never do nothing right at the same time.
Right. Once they see,
Because guess what? A lot of us, tomorrow, we getting up going to talk about damn white man.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But guess what though? We know, look what we have done. How many people mindsets have you changed?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Just like you have changed mine and awoken up people, we got to do the same thing.
Right. Yep.
We got to believe in the sense of community. It's not about the money. It's not about the money.
Right.
It's about being able to educate your own children. It's about having the ability to say, guess what? Back in the day, y'all, we had the doctors that live in our neighborhood. Guess what? They went to the black schools. They went to the black HBCUs, became doctors, dentists, and whatever. And guess what they did? They didn't go to the white man. They did it in their community.
Well, I'm gonna say the only thing, right? I'm gonna say
this happened,
only thing I say with this, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's beautiful, right?
Mhm.
But it's just silly.
I got what
Every
you say.
time
I
you
got what
say
you
it,
say.
it's just silly. And you know what? The only way we can come from out of that, this man gotta totally be taken out of the way.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, when you have a ruling clemency, you can't coexist with, because even if you get your own school, guess what? Who you paying attention to?
Understood.
So at the end of the day, you can come with a
Have
beautiful
y'all heard
woman.
of Black Star Cat?
Nah.
Have heard of Black Star Cat?
No, because I'm gonna say this too. We don't really associate ourselves with being black.
Understood.
Because when you associate yourself with being black, you associate yourself with the stick. Go ahead. That's what the so-called white man wants.
Definitely.
The so-called white man, he allows you to call yourself black. He wants you to do that.
Yeah.
So once you say that black, you gonna sit back and say, I got that nigga.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like you in a maze.
Right.
You're almost out of that motherfucker. You're almost out of that. You running to black.
That's silly.
Hey, I'm gonna say, hey, last day, at the maze, the so-called white man, and that word black is the maze. You be, that ran almost out that motherfucker. You running to black.
It's like a fire in your house.
And when the so-called white man see that, he's like, I got it. He be on the edge of the seat. I'm gonna show you, like the bankers watching it. Look, I'm gonna say this. We know the bankers watching us. So he was watching you, right? He was like, oh, he's on the edge of the seat. Oh, shit. When he heard you say black, he relaxed.
Yeah, he relaxed. I got you. But guess what though?
He relaxed.
At
Say, honey, bring me a while. Bring it up.
Deuteronomy 28:37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
Hey, give me Psalms 83.
So that byword is that black.
It's black.
We're not black, man. It's never about us black. What, the shoes black? But if you black, put your skin up against them shoes.
Ain't the same.
Put the white side against the white man.
Not the same.
Okay then. That's it. Say, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, really the word white and black, they come from the 1600s, man.
Definitely.
Definitely. Yeah, they brought that up. They brought that white up so they can have a stigma of white supremacy, man. But really,
Hold on, y'all.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
You want them?
Go ahead.
Appreciate it. Yeah, cutting it Deuteronomy 28 verse 29. And thou shalt group at noonday, and thou group in the darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save you.
That's right. So he's looking for salvation. Go ahead, man. Yeah, he's looking for salvation. He's looking for something to get out. So we telling him the way. All right. Maybe he'll harsh, maybe he'll not. But you know, it's on him. Yahweh Shem Yahushua got him here for a reason. All right. Maybe he'll spread the message. Maybe not. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
What that was? What that said?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Psalm.
You said Psalms.
Oh, 83. Give me Psalms 83. Because at the end of the day, you can get all the money, all the wealth, you can get the community together, you can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, but you got to pay tribute to the so-called white man. Now, that's being defeated. See, we up here, we ain't settling. It's a difference with being comfortable. Yeah, you can be comfortable, but it's almost like, hey, Mr. White Man, don't kick me in the ass with a steel toe boot, kick me in the ass with a soft toe house seat. At the end of the day, you still getting kicked in the ass. See, up here, we want to overthrow our enemies. That's the difference. That's the radical outlook that we got in opposing our people. And that's who the Lord dealing with. See, the Lord dealing with men that's ready to overthrow these devils, man. All right, now go ahead. Give me
Yeah, this Psalms chapter 83, we start at the
because
top.
the so-called white man with that. So-called white man don't mind you getting your own little shit pot.
Yeah.
He already, that ain't nothing astronomical. It ain't nothing deep about that. There's plenty of jakes that got their little shit. Esau let them sell out. Esau doing it. Hey, you deal with these dudes and you do your thing. As long as you pay you my tribute. And see, that's what we differ because we got rules. That's why the bankers respect. Look, I'm gonna say this, right? Evelyn Rothschild, David Rothschild, the dudes that see each other playing the real rulers, they take us serious.
Definitely.
They take us serious.
Oh, I know.
Like these guys here.
Them guys.
These guys,
Bloodline.
they know about us. They know about my shop.
I
Like this guy. When they see my shop upload the video, my shop. They know us. Why? Because we threatening their throne. As long as I say, hey, look, just give me the throne. Hey, just let me coexist with you. They don't mind.
Piece of pie. Let me
Piece
get
of
my
pie.
piece
They
of
don't
pie.
mind.
Yeah.
But once we threaten their throne and we say we want the whole fucking world, man. All right, give me what you got.
Yeah, this Psalms 83 and 1.
And that's our sovereignty. We deserve that. We the princes of the Most High. That was the word Israel means in the Hebrew, Yasharahs, princes of the Most High. You can't settle for nothing less. And I get what you're saying. But in essence, and it ain't even about you, because we done came across plenty of people like, trying to get that popular. But what really it is, that puts Jake at ease. Jake said, you know what, long as I can go and buy me a Beamer, and I can go to an all-white party in Atlanta and stand around some lawyers, man, that's low-level shit. Go ahead, give me what you got, man.
That's
Give me what
great.
you got, man.
Yeah, this
We
song-
want the world. We want the gold. We want beyond the world. You looking at the next rulers of the planet Earth. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, keep not thou silent, O Most
Hey,
High.
what we got will fascinate ambassadors, man. Yeah, we entertain people and shit, but what we got in fascinating ambassadors, man. We can really go into heavy knowledge up here, man. We just deal with people to deal with them. But what we can bring out what fascinates the motherfuckers on this side up here. And they already fascinated. They watching. They got us on the list. Like you said, the spirit man said. So they ain't got some guy with some Rastafarian guy, they ain't got him on the list. We ain't taking him serious. He ain't no threat. Nigga ain't no threats, man. Dr. Sebo. All right, go ahead, huh?
The Psalm
They
83 and
laughing at
1.
them clowns, man. We the guys they can't sleep over. Go ahead.
Yeah, this Psalms 83 and 1. Keep not thou silent, O Most High. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High.
Go ahead.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
Right, thine enemies. Okay? These the enemies of the Most High right here, man. Go ahead.
It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and
Yeah, that's
consulted.
the Israelites. They took crafty counsel against us. This is a strategic rat maze they put us in. Hey, there's a beautiful plan. Hey, that was a beautiful piece of work of these devils. They set it up where only thing you can do, even if you do climb take your way to the top of that, only thing you can do is speak over, man. All right, yeah, go ahead.
It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Read.
They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That was the first step. They took away who you are. That's why you call yourself black. You call yourself African American. If an ambassador was to ask you, hey, yo, what's your nationality? And you say, hey, I'm an African American. They'll laugh you to scorn, man. Because that's not a true nationality. First of all, African comes from General Leo Africanus.
Right.
And America comes from American Vespucci, man. That's crazy. That's insane. How the hell you gonna call yourself African American, man? We call that. If we walk in front of the ambassador right now, they say who you are. I'm gonna say, hey, yo, I'm you know, Bun Yahweh, you know, from Bun Yahweh. And they gonna say, oh shit, let's get back with you. They gonna go back to the back, man. They gonna be like, oh shit, this nigga woke up.
For real, God.
That's what it is.
It says,
bro. And that outweighs any other strategy or plan that Jake can come up with. Go ahead.
God. It says,
Hey, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Your great grandfather left you an inheritance. How could you claim it? The first step is what? You got to have state ID.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have identification. You can't just walk up in there and get an inheritance to nothing unless you know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's the basic. That's the first step on the road to recovery, man. Go ahead.
it says, for they have consulted against with one consent, they are confederate against thee.
Go ahead.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom, that's the head of the list. Who is who? So-called white man. And this thing is beautiful. Everything is right on schedule, man. These are our enemies right here, man. The scriptures support that. Go ahead.
It says the tabernacles of Edom and the Israelites.
Israelites, that's the Arabs. Go ahead. That's why they're in your neighborhood popping your women.
Oh,
Yeah. Them the real niggas. Yeah, them the real niggas.
Yeah, it says of Moab
Moab. Go ahead.
and the Hagarenes.
That's the Chinese. Moab. Go ahead.
It said Gebal and Ammon
Go ahead.
and Amalek,
Yep. Amalek, the so-called Jews. Go ahead.
the Philistines
Philistines, these Africans. We ain't Africans.
No,
Go ahead.
not that.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
And the inhabitants of Tyre. Go ahead.
It said Ashur is also joined with them.
Read.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Wow. Now, go to Zephaniah real quick. Yep, keep it straight.
Zechariah 1 and 15. I am very so displeased with the heathen that they are slacking. This Zechariah 1 and 15. I am very so displeased with the heathen that are at ease,
Hey,
for I was a little displeased, and they helped for the affliction.
Read that again, son.
Zechariah 1 and 15. I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was a little displeased, and they helped for the affliction.
Right, the Lord is displeased with the heathen. The heathen is the other nations. Go ahead.
Yeah, for I was a little displeased, and they helped for the affliction.
Go ahead.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercy, and my house shall be built in it, saith the Lord of hosts, and a line shall be stretched out forth upon Jerusalem.
Right, and the Jerusalem is dealing with us. Jerusalem is the people before the place. Go ahead.
For I yet saying, thus saith the Lord of hosts, my city's prosperity shall yet be spread abroad, and the Lord shall yet comfort Zion, and shall yet choose Jerusalem. Then lifted I up mine eyes, and saw, behold, 4 horns. And I said unto the angel that talked with me, what be these? And he answered, these are the horns which are scattered, Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem. And the Lord showed me 4 comforters. And I said, what come these to do? And he spake, saying, these are the horns which I have scattered, Judah, so that no man did lift up his head, but these are come to fray them, to cast out the horns of Gentiles, which lifted up the horns over the land of Judah to scatter it.
Right, and the horn symbolizes power. So the other nations scattered them. All right, give me what you got real quick.
All right, yeah, this is Zephaniah 1, and I'm starting at verse 17. We start at verse 16. Matter of fact, it says, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers, and I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men.
Right, the Lord said going to bring distress upon men. You're going to walk like blind men, meaning you're not going to have answers. Go ahead.
God.
And that's obvious. They ain't got answers, man. Go ahead.
God. It says, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their feet as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them.
Read that one more time.
God, it says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath.
Right, because it's coming a time where the money about to crash out here in America. It's going to be a time, it could be 72 hours away, man. Well, it's going to be a great famine that's going to take place in America. All right? So really, you so-called Negroes, you 400 years behind, man. You should have been thinking about getting money and getting established 200 years ago. Go ahead.
God,
And now this place is going to be destroyed. Go ahead.
It said, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by fire of his jealousy.
And they're dealing with those nuclear missiles. All right, go ahead.
It says, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
Right. And now give me whatever you got.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 23 and verse 4. Labor not to be rich.
See, labor not to be rich. That's the conditions of dealing with the Lord, man. But this is temporal, man. This is a temporal society. The Lord requires of you to get your daily bread. Because again, once you look for a way to be acclimated here, that's saying to the Lord in a roundabout way, look, I'm cool with the so-called white man ruling over me. Just let me get my own doctor. Let me get my own bachelor's degree. Let the so-called black man have his own doctor's office. Let him have his own. Hey man, the Lord ain't dealing with that, man. That's why when you read the time of our first captivity in Egypt, the Lord told us to get the hell up out of Egypt. How you gonna be delivered when you're holding on? Like if you, let's say you got a woman, right? She coming to you, keep telling you how the dude doing her wrong. Then you say, all right, babe, I'm gonna come and get you. I'm gonna come knock that dude off, and I'm gonna come save you. But every time you look up, she trying to steal, man. Be with this guy. You gonna say, you know what, man? You just stay with the guy. I'm gonna kill you in here. All right, go ahead.
All right, it says, labor not to be rich, seize from thine own wisdom, wilt thou set thine eyes.
Cease from thine own wisdom, meaning what? You can't be coming up with a formula. Oh, I got it. I got a way we can get out of this. Really, you fighting against the Most High. But the Most High put you in this situation because you broke the laws, statutes, and commandments. Hey, you got that where it said Michael? It said hold that. Get that.
It says, wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not?
See, when you set your eyes upon that which is not, what is that talking about? The riches of this world. The riches of this world is not, there's no substance to it. Because real gold, real wealth is determined by gold, silver, resources, cattle, land, even women. Even women. That's real resources. You walk around with some paper dollars, that shit can crash on you, man. Like these real leaders, when you go into like China right now, what they leaning toward? The yuan. They coming away from the American dollar, man. Matter of fact, hold up real quick, continue out what you got.
It says, wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not, for riches certainly make themselves wings.
Now when you look at the paper dollar or any dollar, it actually got an eagle on it with wings. But the scriptures say riches make itself wings, meaning for the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, you're not going to keep your money. Every Israelite you could go to, they lost it all. Fred, what's his name? Red Fox, Prince, whoever you could think of, they was the pinnacle. So who are you? Here you here, they made $100 billion, and you got a couple of Jakes and Inslee talking about we can. Here's the dude already made it to the top and he lost it all. Why? Because you can't escape the wrath of the Lord, man. Tulsa, Oklahoma was nothing more than Tulsa, Oklahoma is nothing more when you look back as a joke.
That's it.
It was a joke. It was a bunch of people that thought they was going to escape the curses.
That's
the
it.
Lord said, you know what, I'm going to send them Edomites and
That's it.
bomb your ass.
That's it. That's it.
Because really when you resist, it tells you in Romans the 13th chapter, when you resist the order of the Lord, you're
That's
resisting the Lord.
Most
Really when you resist the so-called white man, you're resisting the order that the Lord laid out.
Right.
Yep, go ahead.
Oh yeah, the Most High set up a little quick scenario to get them taken down concerning the woman, man. You know, but it says, for riches certainly make themselves wings, they fly away as eagles towards
Why
heaven.
I say eagles? Because on all your dollars, they got the eagle, and that's symbolic to the so-called white man.
Beautiful.
The so-called white man. The
Beautiful.
reason why the riches of this world is in the same breath with eagles because it's the currency of Esau, the so-called white man, which is deceptive. The reason why the Lord called the so-called white man an eagle is because he's proud. An eagle has keen sight, the highest flying bird. An eagle has keen sight, which goes into its intelligence. They spy you out with their cameras. It's intelligent. And its claws from on. And then they bomb you from on high. They don't go down, and every time they try to go come back with you, they lose. They lost Vignar. Only way they get you is they bomb you from on high, just like Elite.
Now they got things wrong.
Now they got this wrong. And also the claws. When you go into the claws, that's somebody to the laws. Because once these laws of the so-called white man get in you, they got you. Man. All right? Now, hey, give me what you got. Michael. Gotta bring it up.
It's Micah chapter 7,
So this is the mentality you got to be in. Go ahead.
verse 9.
Hey, and it's not a pleasing mentality. That's why this is for men. Being in this truth is only for real men, because you got to be able to sacrifice the ills. You got to sacrifice the luxuries of this world, man. That's why the scripture tells you to be a good soldier for the Most High, man. We at war. The real men that really get it, they know they got enemies, which we started off with. How you gonna get relaxed when you at war, man? So we on edge. Nothing has took the edge from us. Not the lust of riches, not the lust of being comfortable. Because a soft guy looks for comfort. When you got a guy like, hey, look, man, we got to get out of this. Oh, Lord, we got to get out of this. You know what I mean? I ain't aiming at you, but I got to keep it 100. I'm going to go and spend up. I'm going to come up with something. Look, we got to get out of this shit, bro. We're going to fly. I ain't talking. Hey, I got it. Bring it out.
Yeah, this is our 1 Timothy 6 and 17. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches.
Uncertain riches, man. Because when you really had knowledge, you'll know what's the real currency of kings. It's gold and silver. You can't put trust in a dollar, because really, when you aware and you got a pulse for what's going on the planet Earth globally, when you really tap into what's going on, you know before we leave camp, before I get in my car, the dollar can crash, man. See, that's why these people are asleep out here. They just at ease. They just sheep, man. They just walking around thinking, oh man, if I could be a doctor. You telling that to a young dude, man, and you luring him to sleep. But really, you should be telling him, look, man, the kingdom coming. The Lord about to overthrow these devils. They're going to set us up. That's the only luck. That's the only stability you got.
That's right.
This place right here has got no future, man. And you can't, even if you can go to RT, New Inner Alternative Media, and you can leave from us, and you can go to the news and they'll tell you the same story. The American dollar is lost its luster. All right, go ahead, give me
Yeah, finish it off. It says, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power who giveth us richly all things to enjoy.
Right, so the most I give it, even if you get the Lord will send a harlot your way, you can pop you something, man. You got to just trust in the Lord. You can't trust in the so-called white man. Because if you had a feel for history, you'll know. If you go to Xerxes, King Darius, the Medo-Persian Empire, do you know in that time, they thought that kingdom would never fall? When you go to the Assyrians and the ancient Babylonians, hey, when you go to the Ramses II, do you think, when you go to Darius, he had more provinces than America, man. He had like 100 and something, 20 provinces. Provinces is states, equivalent to states. America got 50 states. Darius had 120. Do you think they thought he was going to fall? No, man. Just like these people don't think the so-called white man and his current system going to fall. You got to come away from this world. Give me that in Romans.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 12, and verse 2.
And now the thing is, we don't expect everybody to get there because this is a stronghold that's been on our people. This ain't easy to come out of, man. The Lord himself had to pull us out of this. We got brothers up there that could have went to the NFL. We got brothers up there that could have played football, man. That was inspiring rappers, had money. We left all that shit because some clique. The Lord woke us up. Give me what you got.
Come on. This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, and verse 2.
Hey, we got a brother in our organization, if you want to call it, that was actually in the NFL.
Yeah, come on.
I done been to the brother's house, man.
Yeah, man.
And he don't even deal with no one. He out on the street teaching the word.
That's right, bro.
Because he get it. He know. Go ahead.
Romans 12 and verse 2.
And he went to college. Yeah, go ahead.
And be not conformed to this world,
Go ahead.
but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
So you got to be transformed with your mind. It all started with your mind. The guy that's in prison right now, it started with his mind. He had a thought, man, I'm going to kill this guy. Or the dude that created some damn street lighter with him. Everything started with your mind. So in order for you to come out of this, your mind had to be transformed. You can't be of this world. Once you're of this world, you further caught up in this well. Which when you break that word system down, it means pit. That's why you hear Yeah, they always say I'm caught up in the system. That's spiritual. They caught up in the pit, man. Because they bought into this shit. All right, give me what you got, Mike. This is the mentality where you got to be in. Go ahead.
Micah chapter 7, verse 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him.
Right. We as a people sinned against the Lord. We broke his commandments. That's why the Lord put us in this condition that we in. We was the top people on the planet Earth at one time. As hard as that seemed to believe. But he broke the law, statutes, and commandments, so we're paying a punishment for that. Read that one more time.
It says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him.
And that's the mentality of a real man of the Lord. We said, look, we're going to bear it. We're not going to try to somehow fight our way out of this. I'm going to just bear the punishment. That's almost like if you got a little boy, right? You say, look, you can't ride the bike no more. Then he go outside and say, hey, I can't ride. Let me ride your bike. You know what I'm saying? God damn, did I tell you can't ride a bike? You're being disobedient.
Yeah.
So I put you on punishment. Why are you still trying to get out of it? You got to, once you figure out why you in this situation, you got to say, oh, Lord, I understand. Let me just deal with it. Let me show you how good the Lord is, though. Read that one more time.
I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause.
See, the Lord going to ultimately plead our cause. We ain't going to be like this forever. The Lord going to raise us up. It's not going to be because of you setting up a meeting. Hey, man, look, I got it. You're going to be the next doctor. Yeah, go ahead, huh?
And execute judgment for me.
Right, the Lord got to kill off these Edomites. Go ahead.
He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness.
Right, and that's what the Lord did. He brought you forth to the light. The light is symbolic to understanding. The Lord actually brought you up into the light. Today you've been presented, even though I know you might have, oh, the Spirit made him say he just found out about Great Millstone. I'm going to say this, I say this respectfully. We got the truth up here at Great Millstone. There's a lot of guys that know that they're Israelites, but that don't mean ain't nothing deep about it.
No, okay.
But you, the Lord had mercy on you and he brought you up into the light, man. All right, go ahead, up. You got something else? You got something out over there? Brad, what you got?
It's on 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 6. He says, humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of the Most High.
Right, meaning what? It's the Lord that humbled us. Go ahead.
It says that he may exalt you in due time.
That he might exalt you in due time. Meaning it's the Lord that's going to raise you up in due time. Okay? Give me Ecclesiastes 10 and 4. Give me Ecclesiastes 10 and 4 real quick. And we out here, what time it is? We've been out here for a minute, usually than longer than usual. 30.
It's Ecclesiastes.
Oh, okay.
Sirach.
Oh, yeah, we're getting ready to close up. Go ahead.
It's Sirach chapter 10 and verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, meaning what? Whoever rules is under the jurisdiction of the Lord. It's the Lord who set up rulers. What you got? Give me Daniel real quick. Give me Daniel 2 and 20. Yep.
The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
And in due time, he was set up over it. So we can't establish our own power. Now I get what you're saying, and what you basically what you're saying, and what other brothers are saying, is they just want to get some relief, you know. But even in that, it's almost what word I'm looking for? It's almost conceding, if you will, to the so-called white man. It's like, okay, I can make it, but I'm gonna concede. He can have the power. He got it. Let me let him rule the world, and I just want to live. We ain't got that mentality. Go ahead.
Daniel 2 and 20. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of the Most High forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his.
Right, meaning the Lord possesses wisdom and might. Just say like if you're selling drugs and it's a drought, I got the work. You can't get it unless I give it to you. So wisdom belongs to the Lord. The Lord gives wisdom to who he pleases. Go ahead.
Yeah, verse 21. And he changes the time and the seasons and
oh, let me ask you this. Time and seasons, right, don't stay the same. You ain't going to be in them shorts all the time. There's going to come a time when you're going to throw on you a coat, man. Why? Times and seasons change. And that is in the same breath with rulership. Read, watch this.
He removeth kings and settles up kings.
See? So the so-called white man ain't going to rule forever. It ain't going to be the season of the so-called white man forever. Yeah. So ain't no sense of us being in the mentality that we are. And we don't expect every so-called Negro to be in this mentality. I'm just throwing it out there.
I got you.
We have been convinced that this man is not going to be in power forever, so we're not going to even overexert ourselves for go above and beyond the call of duty to open up a damn pocket. You know what we're going to do? We're going to get the daily bread from the Lord. We're going to eat every day. We're going to survive until the Lord raises us up. And guess what? When he raises us up, we're going to be strong. We're going to rule everything, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. It says, "But kings, he giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding."
See? And the Lord is the one who gave us his knowledge. All right? So go back to Ecclesiastes, read from 4 and read down.
Yeah, this is Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Right, so that's why the so-called white man, as weak and frail as he is, the Lord set him up. Well, you got to ask yourself, why ain't nobody took this man down? Oh, like when you go into the time of slavery, it could be 80 slaves, right, in the slave quarter, and it'd be a house of the Edomite, this woman, 2 children, and they own a plantation with no other houses miles away, but there was no uprising. They was in order. Why? Because the Lord set the so-called white man up to rule now. It's a spiritual thing, nothing you can do. Yeah, go ahead.
In the hand of the Most High is the prosperity of man.
Right, so it's the Lord who determines the prosperity of men. When you go into the history of these devils, they came out of the damn mountains, man. They came out of the Caucasus Mountains, crawling on all fours, eating lice out of their grandma head, man. So that's a miraculous work that the Lord set them up. All right, go ahead,
God, it says, and upon the purses of the scribe shall he lay his honor.
And that's us. We the people of the scribe. The Lord said going to lay his honor on us. Give me 1 Samuel 2 and 8, bro.
I'm going to leave on that note.
Okay, bet, bro. Hey, but hey, we out here every week, too.
Yeah.
Come and get this food. That's
First
right.
Samuel
2 and 8.
yeah. This is 1 Samuel 2 and 8. He raises up the poor out of the dust and lifts up the beggar from the dunghill.
Right, the Lord raises up the poor out of the dust. It was meant for us to be poor now. You got to embrace it. Which, again, everybody ain't got that integrity. See, that's why the Lord ain't going to raise up everybody. You got to have a certain integrity. So, you know what? Fuck the so-called white man. I'm stubborn for the Lord. I'm going to trust in the Lord, and I'm going to endure the Lord's punishment, and he's going to raise me up. Just like he raised these devils up. He's going to take them down and raise us up. Go ahead.
He said among princes, and to
Set
make
them among princes. Go ahead.
and to make them inherit the throne of glory.
Right, so we're going to get our glory. All right, go ahead. All right. All right, bro. All right.
It says, bear not hatred.
Oh, you good, bro. All right, go ahead.
It says,
Y'all, bro. Peace, bro.
it says, bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong, and do nothing at all by injurious practice.
By injurious practice. So-called white man can say that. Read.
It says, pride is hateful before the Most High and man.
Yeah, pride is hateful before the Most High and man. Okay, go ahead.
It says, by both though one commit iniquity.
So both one committed iniquity. Go ahead, read.
It says,
What verse you at?
Verse 8 now.
This is the one we're going to close out on.
it
Go ahead.
says, because of unrighteous dealings,
Because of unrighteous dealing, injuries,
and riches got by deceit,
and riches got by deceit. Go ahead.
the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right, and that's where we come in at, all right? So, you know, Jake been bumping their head against the wall for years. Think they're going to come up with a formula.
Just close on
You know?
that. Leave it down.
So, yeah. Hey, with that, well, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory.
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahusha, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
That's the correct name of the Heavenly Father and His Son and the Holy Spirit. I also want to give double honors to the head apostle, the elders, the great millstone. Shalom to the elect, all right, and DTA.
DTA,
Yeah.
Baba Ball.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.